How's everybody doing? Well, making another video here, a little more detail on the Firebird. Gentleman in Texas is interested in it, so do it the best I can. The car is filthy dirty and it's nighttime because I don't get home till late, so I will try to do it the best I can. This thing is straight as straight. I mean, I don't think there's a ripple, wave, or anything in here. I've had this car. I painted it about 3 years ago, I guess now, and luckily it didn't need much body work. I had no intention on painting it when I bought it, but under the hood was really nasty. The car was parked in the early 80s, and unfortunately I pulled the windshield out and I broke it getting it out, so, or it would have had the sticker on the windshield. But when I had the windshield out, I put them tweeters in there, new dash pad. I painted the dash black. It was blue, and that was the reason I took the windshield out. Come over here. Hey, get over here. There's nobody there, knucklehead. Come on, baby girl. Sorry, I don't want my dog running out in the road. She's usually really good. Hey, you stay in here. Tack's new. I just put the new tack in it. But so anyways, back to the car. I had to do hardly any rust repair to this car at all. It did have new quarters put on it back in the early 80s from the guy that I bought the car off of. He had quarters put on it, had it painted, and then drove it for one summer, and then it sat. I have to get a light for the trunk here. And he never did anything with the car afterwards, but it did sit in a nice heated garage. The car is filthy dirty right now. I don't know if you can tell how much dust is on it. And I don't want to wipe it off. I can't find my little dust buster hickamajigger, and I have the other mirror for it. Let's see if I can get a shot down the side of this car, but it is straight. And I spent hours and hours and hours blocking this thing out, and the reason I even painted the car was the under the hood looked really nasty. So I wanted to do the firewall, so I took the inner fenders out, then the outer fenders. And then when I masked the doors, so I didn't get overspray on them, painted the firewall, and when I pulled the tape off, here it damaged the paint on the doors, so I thought, hell with it, one thing led to another. Next thing you know, I totally took the car completely apart. Painted everything. Has tubular upper and lower control arms on it, and possibility, depending on how far I go and what I decide, but I will sell the car with a single Holley or a single AFB on it. Somebody would prefer that over the 2 4-barrels. And I have all the plates that go in here. This is all covered up, and I have all those. Let's see, the hood tack is brand new. It is not connected yet. Everything is, the harness is all there. It just is finished. So I am going to continue to work on the car until it sells, all the way up until it is completely done, needing nothing. And when I painted the car, I got some overspray on the frame here. But it's super clean, aftermarket front sway bar, new shocks, springs, power disc brakes, ball joints. Tires. Yes. Hi Pooh. Hi baby girl. I should make a video in the car. Well, why don't you go play? Huh? Good girl. Yes. It's got the Tremec TKO 600 tranny in it. Right now I'm changing out the clutch because the clutch is defective. Pressure plate froze. The car sat, I guess almost a year. in the garage, of course. There was one floor pan replaced, and it was replaced with the you know, direct fit floor pans, whatever, and welded, and it all seamed in. Crossover tube and the pipes. And it's really thick exhaust. The pipes are aluminized. It has frame connectors in it. The floor was cut, so they're recessed up in there so you don't have a ground clearance problem. All new frame bushings, and they're all polyurethane bushings. New rear leaf springs, and they're all polyurethane bushings. Has a 69 Camaro 12-bolt rear end in it. And I don't know if I got something on the clothes here. But it looks like it keeps showing some type of something there. But the car is obviously not perfect. And so it's in on 50 grand. That's the reverse light. Pigtail hanging down. Even that stupid little connector for this transmission was like 60 bucks. Unbelievable. The freaking yoke was 100. I bought these high watt lights that are in the process. I was putting those in. So the 55 waters, these two are already in, the lights are in, but I have everything for the car, the bumper, the chrome rings, they're over here. And the interior needs like the trim pieces put back in it. I don't want to open the door because of it's jacked up. The console has a full wood grain console in it. Move this light. What's up, Pooh Bear, huh? Oh, gonna get you, huh? Whoop. So, girl. That's okay. So what am I doing? Let's see what car. What's up, baby girl? It's hard to really get a picture of this thing because I'm like 5 inches away from it on the floorboards here laying underneath it. You know how well this will turn out. Car runs great. I don't know the specs on the engine. I did take it completely apart, replaced the rings and the bearings, the cam bearings, had it hot tanked. Has TRW big dome pistons in it, huge valves. And the guy told me when I bought the car that they were high performance Pontiac factory heads, but I can't remember what he told me they were. Some 4X or 6X or something. Fuel tank's brand new too. The rear shocks, the gears, all the bearings, the carrier, which is posi, 373 gears. Car's all undercoated. It's all a thin undercoating, so it ain't like hides anything. What you see is what is there. Wasn't clean enough to paint without stripping like major undercoating off, and I wasn't doing all that. I had no intentions on selling the car. I was going to drive this car till I got the GTX. I mean, it's like really good shape. I mean, there's like was no rust on the frame rails. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not a camera guy, I'm a photographer. You can tell how clean they are still. And they're all original frame rails. But like I said, the guy did have quarters put on it. But it's still really nice. They were put on in the 80s. So if it would have had any, like, I don't know, bubbling problems or whatever, it would have popped up by now, but they have not. Come on, Pooh. Silly girl. Alright, I got back to the trunk here. I don't know if I can pull this mat up. There's that, get that amp over there. There's a license plate thing. Yeah, I can't really pull it up because it's bolted down and the battery's on the other side. But I mean, the trunk's all, you even got the original trunk pan, and there's the thingamajigger for the spare. It's got the salt shakers in it. You can see the quarters. Has all new weather strips except for on the top. Top's power top. It's okay. There's no tears in it. There's one tiny hole I think on the other side. Again, I don't know if you can tell with all the dust that's on this car, but it is, the car is super straight. Body lines are all nice. Not perfect, but they're nice. But when I had the car, the only rust that I had, I can't remember what side it was on. Like I said, it was 3 years ago. I think it was right there, and a couple bubbles right here. Or it was on the other side. The chrome's all nice. It's all painted, it's all filthy. Tires are brand new. They're still 14s, and when I bought the disc brake setup for the car, I made sure I bought one that would clear the original 14-inch rally wheels. But that's pretty much it. And this car hasn't been on the road since the early 80s. I did take it for a ride last year sometime, and it runs. I mean, this motor really runs. You can hear it running in the other video. But that's pretty much it. I don't know how this will turn out in this dark ass garage. And me being such a wonderful cameraman, and the car being so dirty. But I didn't want to wipe it off and hurt the paint at all. The paint's beautiful on this car. But that's the hole that's in the top. That's the only hole that's in it. I was going to put another top on it. But like I said, see my other videos, I bought a 70 GTX that I've just fallen in love with. So I already sold my Javelin. Now this one has to go. Try to recuperate some money. But I hope you like it. Thanks.